So I have a long overdue prize giveaway, a Crypto Tech Women NFT. So I thought it would be a great time not just to discuss that giveaway, but also to announce what they've been up to. Hello, I'm Taj, digitally known as Tropic Vibes, the host of Nifty Business, where we highlight NFTs and explore Web 3.0 as we move from pure speculation to creating real-world value. So in November, I ran a survey asking for some feedback about the newsletter and the podcast. I believe I had it up for about 10 days or so, and every morning I checked it to see who filled it out, because what was happening was anyone that filled it out was eligible to be put on a wheel for a giveaway. And this is something that we do over at Hoodlum Society, as far as when Jay does his art, he releases some NFTs, and then for select ones that he'll say, if you purchase one either off the floor to help the community sell what they're trying to sell, or the new ones that are just on the primary market, that if you get one of those within the next 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever it might be, your name will be put on a wheel. So normally that gets some good community engagement, and also gives us content to stream out. We could put that out there, share it, the live stream of the wheel being spun, and people get really excited as it passes over their name and what have you. So I thought that would be a cool thing to do for the show. However, as I said, I was checking this every single morning to see what was going on, and much to my surprise, no one was filling it out. There was no purchase necessary. All you needed to do was give your honest opinion of the show, the feedback, and any ideas that you would think of, I'd like to see a little bit more of that, or whatever it might be, just constructive criticism. And well, as I said, checked it every morning, no one was filling it out. But on the last day after I checked it, guess what? Someone filled it out. However, I didn't realize that until I was getting ready to clear out the form, and I saw that one submission was made. So apparently it happened after I checked it, and I notified that person by email. So if you are the one who is listening to that, I did send out that email. It is not some sort of a scam or anything saying, hey, you did win. This is all the way back from the end of November. However, like I said, when I checked it up until that time, every single day, no one filled it out. So if you would like to claim that Crypto Tech Women, either A, respond to that email, or reach out to me at Tropic Vibes on Twitter, and that Crypto Tech Women is yours. So what exactly is this project all up to? If you're not familiar with the Crypto Tech Women, just a quick rundown. This project launched in the height of the female PFP craze. This was back in February of 2022. And there was 10,000 Crypto Tech Women, and it was at a public sale of 0.07 ETH. And that sold out within a couple days before the reveal. And when that happened, that was the height of PFP craze. That was the female phenomenon, all those projects. That was the same week, if I'm not mistaken, that the 90s Babes launched, and just countless other female projects, because during that time, it seemed like the flavor of the day happened to be everyone chasing after these female PFPs. Now, unlike any just basic PFP, which was just a community that was rallied around the art, this actually promised a delivery of a educational platform, and they're building this out. They're releasing these masterclasses, and up to this point, which is much to my surprise, as that craze really faded out and a lot of people abandoned and jumped ship and left the NFT space, they also left a project like this, which was based on education. So right now, the floor price is actually below 0.01. But what you're getting for that is actually the access to the masterclasses that are already up there, and of course the inside of the community and what have you. So besides of all that stuff, saying Discord and all the community, just to give you a little highlight of the most recent masterclasses that were released, I just happened to go through them and watch a few of them myself, was how to launch products through digital collectibles. And of course, this is NFTs, and this is actually going to not just launching these profile picture collections and recruiting this community, but actually having either a physical product or a business or an app that is behind it, and incorporating all of those things and basically doing the pre-sale through the NFT. So this is actually something that is being built offline. So let's take Web3 out of this for a second. This is an actual real business idea. This is something that has legs to it, has a revenue stream, has an idea. Now, taking that and then using NFTs and all the tools and things that we have been speaking about into launching that business, or that product, I should say. That's what that masterclass is about. Then there was also finding NFT projects, alpha signals, And that was with Tina Jang from Alpha Trends. And that was all about just looking at the data. And this was for really someone who was basically speculating for the most part, or a long-term investor. But for the most part, the trends and watching the signals is someone that is just trying to flip. And a lot of the things that were discussed in that was about looking at the charts and the trends and looking at influencer numbers and everything, which is kind of interesting in itself. But as I said, this is not really my area of expertise. Yes, I do try to make a profit on the NFTs and so forth. However, I would not really classify myself as a flipper, but I thought it was very interesting as to how this was being approached. And also with that platform, it just not just addresses NFTs, it also does cryptos and even stock. So the discussion that was being had and like the different signals and then how looking at the charts and seeing different data points, I thought was very interesting. Now, this platform is actually a paid platform. At the point of recording this, for 6 months is about $500, and for the year, it's like $700 or so. However, just the insight of watching this video to see how these things are put into factor. And there was a free version, a free tier of it, just so you can see certain areas, but just understanding how the data actually tells a story and how they're using this data machine learning to actually sift through that, make these charts, show these brackets and what have you for people in order to say, okay, during this range, there's a lot of action. There is most likely a hype machine being built here. There's probably bots and so forth. And based on this, we would like to see this amount of activity and number of influencers in it to make sure this is most likely a legitimate project and not a rug pull. So just that discussion in itself, I'm not subscribed to this platform itself as to, the Alpha Trends. However, watching that masterclass within the Crypto Tech Women, I thought was just very interesting and just really gave me a little bit different of insight as to how flippers are looking at this thing other than just pure speculation. Is actually looking at charts. But the one that I was really excited about was the last one that I actually saw, which was Understanding Crypto Wallets, a masterclass by Beck Jones, and she is the co-founder of the Clutch Wallet. And I thought that one was really interesting because even I have put out content on the various types of wallet, the hot wallets, the cold wallets, and custodial wallets, meaning that you aren't the one who holds the private keys. You log in with it using a password or something of that nature. And basically that is very similar to what we have with the exchanges, because exchanges sort of operate like a hot wallet that is custodial in the sense that there is no private key access. We're the only ones that access it. It's sort of like having that bank account. And that is really just explained so well in that masterclass. I thought she did an A+ job. I even had to shoot out a tweet and just give her flowers because I thought she did a really great job. That masterclass was probably one of my favorites. Really explained the whole wallet concept, but also the Clutch wallet seems very interesting to me because not only is it a self-custodial wallet, but also it does not use the seed phrase that we've used, the 24 words or however many words a particular wallet happens to use. And I think that is just a great model. And that is something that we're going towards. I've mentioned quite a few wallets. Currently, my favorite one happens to be the Argent wallet. And how that actually works is, quote unquote, a smart contract wallet. I did an entire episode on that, episode number 246, when I spoke about getting my Lazy Lion, at least the Lazy Lion Cub, and I used the Argent wallet to do that. And really, I probably should just do a separate standalone episode just speaking entirely about the Argent wallet. But I have to say that at this point is probably my favorite wallet that does not require me to use a seed phrase. I think just the way they have it set up, you can use your Ledger or your other accounts as your backup, basically your Guardian account. And as long as you can sign into those and have access to those, you can then regain access to your Argent wallet. And I think that is just a really cool way. It's basically like a multi-sig contract on the Ethereum blockchain. And I thought that was just a wonderful way of storing the information, because the 24 seed phrase thing is something that it takes a lot of learning curve. And for someone who is absolutely new to the space, it is kind of intimidating to know that if you lose these 24 words, that you will never be able to access that stuff ever again, and it's all gone. So with that said, I just wanted to say that the platform, as far as what they're building here, these masterclasses, and there's countless other topics and ones that are coming out, you can whitelist to that to be in the launch of it. And I think they're just doing some great things. And in addition to that, there are lots of promotions and partnerships they have with a lot of tech things such as AdWords, Google AdWords. You have the Apple advertising platform and so forth. You get a credit to actually go in through that, and just multiple other ones. So certain things that they're putting there is not just focusing on launching NFT projects. Yes, they have masterclasses explaining how to do the layers, how to do the generative art, how to get the contracts up and so forth. But I think that is just great that they're doing a well-rounded Web3 overview. After all, this is the Web3 Academy. So you're learning this stuff and you're able to not just focus in on one specific area or whatever current trend the flavor of the day is, but you're getting a broader overview of the type of businesses that could be built there. And I think at this point, it's just a shame that so many people have left this whole NFT space and projects like this, and it's not reflective of the floor price because, generally speaking, when you see something, the floor price is so low, you think, well, this is absolutely horrible. And I can think of countless other projects, which I happen to be picking off right now at ridiculously cheap rates to actually get in, use the software that they're building, the platform that they released. And I've been pretty impressed. And of course, in the coming days and weeks, I'll be doing various episodes about these various projects that I could not have afforded to get into, let's say 5 or 6 months ago, or in the hype of everything. Of course, when everything launches, everyone's just trying to flip and make their quick money. But once people exit those initial flippers and traders, whatever you want to call them, I think there is a lot of great value into getting at some of these, and it's really at rock bottom prices. So it's interesting to see that this particular project, trading below 0.01 ETH, actually has delivered on every promise that they have made. And it's just a shame that more people are not taking advantage of this. Even the people that are holding it, I wonder how many of them are actually logging into the platform, seeing what's being built and interacting with the content. And, I'm guilty of that myself. Some of these projects that I'm a part of, I don't even join the Discord or have it validated. I just kind of sit with it because whatever reason, I might like the artwork, or I just don't have the time to necessarily dive into its particular community, but I have that one just to basically either collect it because I like the art, or when it comes to the Twitter spaces, I like to put it up and be a part of that community for the discussion purposes, but have made no commitment to the Discord or some of the other utilities that they do offer, and that's a shame. And I try to weed down some of those. I have released a lot of those and sold some of those that I just really wasn't taking advantage of the ownership benefits. But I won't lie, there are still some that I hold till this day that I'm not really maximizing the value of. So with that said, I would just like you to just look through your wallet, see what kind of benefits are actually out there, and see what you can get. But as far as this crypto tech women, if you are the person that won that email, legitimate, it did come from me. But fear not, there'll be other opportunities to get other NFTs, whether it be giveaways or whatnot. Or if you're interested in a Wax NFT, there's a free giveaway that I do for anyone that signs up to the newsletter using the forum niftybusiness.show/free wax. And you can look in the show notes. All the information is right there. But as usual, I just want to thank you for taking time to listen to this as we're learning and building Web3 together. So until next time, later. The Nifty Business Show is not investment advice. It provides insights and information within the space. As with anything, please do your own research before making a decision whether you're making an investment or a purchase.